And joining me today is my friend Mike. We're going to be talking Final Fantasy VII and the remake. How's it going, Mike?
How's it going, guy? How are you feeling? It's been a minute.
Yeah. So, what are your initial thoughts of the prospect of the remake happening? So this is years ago. We're going back a while.
So, back at like the launch, maybe like early to mid life of the PS3, they released the video of Aerith speaking to the planet, and you had her walking out past the big Loveless poster, and everybody got super hype for a remake of Final Fantasy VII. And then we all got our hopes super dashed because it was just a proof of concept of the power of the PS3, which I mean, I could say that I was exceptionally disappointed as well. But then, a little bit later, maybe a year or so later, they announced that they were going to bring back the original team for Final Fantasy VII, and they were going to do a remake. And from that point forward, I was waiting on bated breath.
Yeah, I share your sentiments exactly. I saw that trailer and I was like, "Ooh, this is like happening next year," and it's like 10 years later or something like that. They finally followed through with it. What were your aspirations for it before? Like when it was actually going to happen, what were your aspirations? And then what were your thoughts afterwards?
As like through development, I was really just expecting a graphical update, and maybe some side stuff, maybe an extra super boss, something like that, another weapon, diamond weapon or something.
So kind of what we got.
No, I was gonna say keep the ATB system. Like it would have been functionally the same game. We were gonna have the ATB system, level up materia the same way, same story run through, but just with a little bit extra. So the new one is more action adventure-y. It's more of an active battle. You're controlling your character within battle, moving them around the battlefield. I was expecting more static fights in the game.
I think the route they went works better for the market today. I don't think turn-based RPGs really sell. What do you think?
I think you're correct. I think there was a paradigm shift shortly after like Final Fantasy X, where you sort of did a little more with your characters after that, starting with Final Fantasy X-2. You could beat that game with a rubber band wrapped around your controller if you really wanted, but you could actively control your characters in battle. There were games like Star Ocean where you could do that, Eternal Sonata where that started to become a standard. So I think what you said is correct. I think shifting to a more action adventure-y style of gameplay was the correct choice.